Welcome to our Essential Spirit Scopes for February. I'm Tara Diana, and of course, this is the beautiful Nancy Christine. I always want to call her Christina. I always I call Shannon Lori all the time. Her name's Shannon Lori, but I call her Lori all the time. I don't know what that is. But anyway, this is the lovely Nancy Christine Brady, and we are here doing our monthly Spirit Scopes. How are you, lovey?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you, Miss Tara?
I'm okay, thank you. I'm okay. I've got sore eyes.
A long day at the computer.
But I think it's my fake eyelashes, girlfriend. I think I have what do you call it? An escaped eyelash that's like trying to float around. So I can't do anything with it. So we're just gonna smile and carry on.
Just smile and look at the camera. You're good.
We are good. How is your new year so far?
The new year has been amazing. Lots of shifts and changes and busy, but I'm enjoying it so far. It's going fast. How about you?
Yeah, I was hoping 2024 would have a bit of a different feel for me than what it has. I was hoping that I would go into this. I don't know what I was hoping for. I think it was just I needed different from 2023. And I don't know that I got it. I feel like I kind of went a bit the other way. But you know what? I'm always here to learn and just kind of go with the flow. So I'm excited to see what has happening for everyone else in February and go from there.
Definitely. Well, let's get started. Do you want to start with Aries?
Sure. So I'm using the deck from Sedona. I don't have all the name of it and everything, but there we go. Spirit cards, Oracle deck, 44 spirit cards and guidebook. We don't need no guidebook, but that's what we're using. This is a beautiful deck from Sedona. If you follow us, you'll know we've used it before. And Nancy and I both have it. And we had to sell one of our pets to get it. But it was well worth it. So, and I'm
I
kidding.
kind of felt like we were those girls in high school where you go and you bought matching tops, but we bought matching Oracle decks.
I heard the cutest commercial. I'm going to share it with you now, but I heard the cutest commercial. I can't even remember what the whole gist of it was, but it had something to do with making changes in 2024. And this guy and his wife are talking, and the wife keeps saying, "Oh, and we'll get matching tops and we'll get matching clothes." And he says, "No, that has changed. No more matching." And I thought, "Oh, I could never wear matching outfits with Mike. Like, I don't know about you and Len, but Mike and I are not rocking it. Like, just no."
No,
Okay, Aries. Oh, Aries, I'm doing Aries. Aries, hello, friends. You have got plant spirit, independence, growth, and support. Here's the beautiful card. This is a great card for February, but it's a great card for the beginning of the year. So I always say the beginning of the year is January, February, and a teeny smidgen bit of March. And this is a nice card because it's talking about being independent, growth, and support, knowing that you can make the changes you want to make. I'm not big into resolutions. I believe that we should be constantly evolving and getting new ideas and putting them into implementation. Implementation. I don't think that's a word. I don't think that's a word.
implementing. We're going to implement it.
We're implement. Anyway, Tara's just making up foreign languages. My point being here is that I believe that we should always be taking our ideas and planting them and bringing them to fruition all throughout the year. So this is saying to you that whatever it is that you're thinking, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever that your mindset is putting out there, it has the potential for you. There is support for it, Aries. There is the sense that you know what you want, friend. You know what you want, so stand in your power. This feels good to me. I want to see you really thrive with that. If you feel like you're stuck a little bit, if you're like, oh my God, she's talking all the talk, and I'm not feeling it, take a moment and step back and take a look at what you're doing. Where can you shift and adjust it and do so? And then you'll see how well you are supported in this, both in the physical realm as well as the spiritual realm. Aries.
I love that. Well, I got Taurus, and Taurus, I got Raven spirit for you.
Oh,
And
that's your thing.
personally, I know I'm a little biased because that's my power animal. But Raven is really all about synchronicity. It's about magic. It's about rebirth. And it's about bringing all of that into your world, living, breathing it. And so as we move into February, usually, January is full of all of the New Year's resolutions and this and that. And I'm the same with Tara. I don't believe in a new year, a new, better you. I think we're always amazing us's. We don't need to be better. We're just working towards new things. that improve ourselves overall. You are perfectly you. I want you to remember that when you're listening to this. So, what is it that you can bring in and add magic to that magnificent you? What is it that you can bring in and say, oh my gosh, okay, this is something I really wanted to birth. I wanted to change. I wanted to manifest for this year. And then I would call on Raven for that. I would call to help manifest that energy, utilize their power, utilize their energy and the magic and medicine that they have to bring in that magic to your day to day. And it doesn't have to be like this massive, massive thing. It can be small bits of magic. There's daily little bits of beautiful magic in our day if we pay attention to it. So with you, Taurus, I really get the impression that January is kind of the springboard. Like I see a diving board and you're bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. And February is boom. You're going to skyrocket. You're going to launch. You're going to just embellish that magic and rebirth exactly what you need. What is it that you need? And focus on that and call on Raven to help you. So I'm going to leave that with Taurus.
Nice. Okay, we are heading towards the Gemini. I always laugh. Oh my goodness, all the doggies are having heart attacks upstairs. Gemini, you know what? It makes me laugh. I got to be honest, you guys, I have a cheat sheet because I can never keep everyone in order. I think we've talked about this before. And if you had to, you should test me one day. You should say to me, Tara, tell me all of them. Don't look at your cheat sheet. Look at me, look at me, look at me. But Gemini, you're up next and let's go.
And why are you laughing?
Oh,
you said
because I use a cheat sheet.
Oh,
because I use a cheat sheet. And because, you know, people do this thing with me and it makes me laugh because I'm a spiritualist, because I practice so many different modalities, but I'm a medium. That is my number one modality, I guess, or whatnot. Anyway, people always think that I know every crystal that's out there. They think that I know every single piece of sacred geometry that's out there. They think that, you know, I know every power animal and what every animal means. Tara, give me what tree frog is. And I'm like, a very cute little brown frog. And so, you know, when I have to say something like, I have a cheat sheet. I have a cheat sheet for power animals too. I'm just going to be honest. It just makes me laugh. That's all, because people seem to have this thing that I just know everything. And that's a reminder that everything that I do is from spirit. So unless spirit's like yelling out crystals to me, quick, rose quartz, where's quartz? You know, I just don't know everything. Let's go back to Gemini. Gemini, light spirit, intuition, guidance, and vision. Maybe you know everything, Gemini. This is a great card. This is a really nice card. And I like this card for you for a host of reasons. So Gemini, when I feel you energetically, I always feel like you are in conflict with yourself. You're always coming back and forth. You're always thinking, okay, over here, I like this, but maybe I really like that. No, you like this. No, I like that. And so here they're saying to trust your gut. Trust what makes your heart sing. You don't have to have that same energy for every single thing that happens around you or to you, right? Situations and circumstances, people that come into your life. If you're like, nah, I'm not jiving with that, but everyone else is, so maybe I should. Step back, trust your intuition. There is a reason you're not jiving with something. Sometimes something has to shift just a little bit for us to get fully on board with it. And this is something we have to teach so much more in the metaphysical world, is being able to be in that space, because we don't. We legitimately kind of hop into that, like, well, I should have liked it. Everyone else liked it. How come I couldn't have liked it? Would have made my life easier if I liked it. So I'm just going to say this to you. Trust your intuition, because it's guiding you. It's guiding you. It's giving you that vision. You know, I keep looking at the card and there's always parrots. I don't know what it is with me and you and parrots. And it's mostly not me, it's mostly you. But parrots. And there's these parrots and they're both looking at each other. And of course, there's sacred geometry in there. Don't ask me what kind of sacred geometry is. I just know it's sacred geometry. But I love the way it blends together and says, you know what? You have the power. Trust yourself. See your vision. Own your vision. Don't worry about whether anyone else sees it and accepts it or doesn't. Doesn't matter. It's yours. So Gemini, I'm going to leave that with you, gorgeous.
Wonderful. Hello, puppers. We hear the puppers behind Tara. Mine is snoring. So if you guys can hear snoring, it's Dory, my dog.
Everyone's coming home now. It's home time. So they're like, yeah.
All right, Cancer, you got whale spirit. And I love this for you. It says depth, stillness, and resonance. Now, for me, this card comes forward for a couple more sort of a couple reasons for you, Cancer. I feel because you are the emotional, the loving, the intuitive, the imaginative, this is where spirit is coming through and saying it's time this month to reflect, to step back, to go within and just go deep within yourself into that stillness and see what it is that you want to really do for February, for March. And you don't have to plan out too far. When whale comes to us also, it's a lot about our throat chakra. It's about singing. It's about communication. And of course, whales don't go backwards. They only go forwards. They swim. They go with the motion of the water. So there's a lot of cleansing energy that's going to happen when you go into that still depth. But be prepared to do the work and feel the feels and feel the feelings. You know, we often tend to shy away from doing a lot of self-care if it opens old wounds. But I feel for you this month, Cancer, if you can tap into that and you can work towards healing that, bring in a whale medicine and energy and the healingness of the water in order to heal those past hurts and then move with beautiful fluid motion forward and use that beautiful song. That's how whales communicate with their pod, to communicate with those around you that love you and lift you up and celebrate you. So it's going to be a lot of work this month for you, but I feel when you come out on the other side in March, you're going to feel like a whole new beautiful cleansed person. So I'm going to leave that with Cancer. Oh, you're muted, Tara.
You know, it's funny because I'm listening to you, and you know, you never realize some of the stuff you just don't realize or you just don't know. Like whoever thought about, you know, whales putting it into reverse and heading backwards? You know, you never think about that kind of stuff. It's when you say it, my mind's like, oh my God, I lost the rest of the message because I'm in the whole like, I never thought about that. Whales can't go backwards. They'd have to do a whole big turn. That would oh my goodness, the things that we go into. Oh, Leo, you're so lucky that you have me. Okay. You know, it's one of those days, and sometimes you just have to have a really humanist day. And as I was telling Nancy, I spent my whole day doing work that I don't thrive in. So what I mean by that is I literally am not a computer sitting here typing my butt off. My beautiful nails hate it. My soul hates it to some degree. And I was typing like a mofo all day. And so now my eyes are tired, where my head's tired. Oh, we got Wolf though, Leo.
Shiny ball. Here we go.
Boom. Here we go. I love this because this is Spirit's way of saying everything is about family. So, Leo, wilderness, freedom, belonging. I have always had an affinity for wolves. And so here I am telling you guys, you know, where I am in my humanness. And this card represents the family, right? And aren't we all in some way family? When you come and you listen to something like this, it's because you like-minded people. You like the idea of what Nancy and I represent. You like the idea of what spirit represents to you. And this card is telling you, Leo, to really, really sow your oats. Get out there, do what makes you feel good. Don't be afraid of other people's thoughts or what someone might think of you, judgments, expectations. Instead, just do what makes you feel good with the people that make you feel good. Who are you bonding with? Who feeds your soul? We talk a lot about the spiritual metaphysical community and how in a lot of places it lacks. People find it very hard to find the people that can feed their soul, that have the same belief structures of them. Whether it's all of the belief structures or a little bit of belief structures, it doesn't matter, Leo. You just need to go where the people will fill your cup with you, not for you, but with you. And that is beautiful. Go out of your boundaries, step out of the box, go into the wilderness, whatever it is you have to do to get into that different place that will allow you to bring new people to your space. You do it, Leo, and do it well.
Nice. I love that. Virgo, you guys got Medicine Woman. And this is a really powerful card. And the art on these cards, you guys, is absolutely stunning. It's one of the reasons I think that Tara and I were really drawn to the deck. This is about nurturing, healing, and restoration. So it's a really similar message to Cancer in the sense of there's going to be a lot of self-care for you all. And if you haven't done it, you need to stop and do it. So as we've come off of the really busy December season, as we've come off and into January, we still seem to hit the ground running. Again, we talk about all of these resolutions that we do and all of these things, and we're constantly still sort of giving and cleaning up our houses and all of that. Stop. Just stop the chaos, step back, and it's time for self-care. It's time to nurture yourself. It's time to look after that, because if you're going to fill your own cup, then you're able to come from a completed place where you're helping fill other people's cups. And this isn't about recharging yourself so you can help other people. This is about recharging yourself so that you can function at your absolute highest capacity for your own good. Because always putting everybody else ahead of you, Virgo. So what are you going to do to empower this? Like, look at her. She's a goddess. She's so strong. And she's got all these animals supporting her around her. And of course, for me as the animal communicator, I love that. Bring in your animals, bring in your power animals, bring in your spirit animals, whoever it is you need to work with to help you get through whatever it is you need to get through. So, you know, do you need to move a bit slower? Well, maybe you want to call in some snail energy. There's nothing wrong with calling snail in to help you just to enjoy the moment and go slow, right? There's different animals that we can call on. Do you want to call on dolphin to bring in play and fun? So I want you to think about what you want to do that's going to fill your cup and make you feel contented. So not that you're performing for everybody else's expectations, but what is it that brings you truly joy, that slows you down? Is it sitting with a cup of tea and a book? It could be that simple. And it's really about getting back to that place, healing yourself, working on that restoration and that nurturing and filling your cup. So I'm going to leave that with you, Virgo.
Nice. Nice. Okay, Libra. Libra. Let's do this and go. Oh my God, you're not going to believe this.
Really?
That's kind of cool. I feel like sometimes spirit just likes to play with me because I was looking at that card and I'm like, really, that's a beautiful card. Really. And it is. So we are talking to Libra. We're talking about the medicine woman. The words on here, as Nancy mentioned, is nurturing, healing, and restoration. Nancy talked about the animals. I want to talk about her, because the energy that I feel with her is Libra, like we're going back to a very, very old time, a place where you are sitting around people and it's got reverence. Do you understand? It's just got this powerful energy that is like palpitating, and they're asking you to really step back into your power. And when you do that, when you take the time to sit and just be still, which is so hard. It's so hard for Tara. I don't know how hard it is for everyone else, but it's hard for me. But I do know how hard it is for a lot of people. But they're asking you, Libra, to go back into that space, to sit back there and to really feel your empowerment. Remind yourself who you are. Maybe dive a little bit into who you were. What is the power you bring from the past to the present? This is a beautiful opportunity for you to find your medicine. What is it that makes you thrive? What did you bring? What lessons did you bring through? And I feel with this, when you do that, when you sit in that power, when you feel the amount of that energy, and it's a very, I always say that you have to have that perfect balance of divine masculine and feminine, but that does not mean that you cannot pull forth one more than the other in periods of time. I would love to see you, Libra, legitimately pull forth that feminine energy, that feminine power to yourself, and sit in the nurturing, the loyalty, the whole giving aspect, and then do that for yourself as well. So take that back in, kind of do, this is what I give out. This is what I give out. Well, you know what? I love what I give out. I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to bring it back. This February for you is a month about you, for you. There you go, Libra.
Love that. Scorpio, our dear Tara, you got eagle spirit.
Oh, friend.
And I love this. It's insight, perspective, and spirit. And this is really about coming back to a time for you, dear Scorpio, where you're focused on what is it the perspective that you want to see, and what is it the perspective that you've had. It's about focusing on that insight, that inner GPS, and letting it guide you, having that divine guidance and that divine wisdom. For me, Eagle is all about rising above and seeing situations from a higher perspective, so that you're not in the nitty gritty of it, so you can make an educated, comfortable decision from a non-emotional place. And it's always hard because we are souls living a human experience. I know for me, I tend to kind of go, I'm having an emotional reaction first. And then if I can get out of that and I can see things from that higher perspective, from my spirit, my higher self, and from my inner GPS, my intuition, I can make way better decisions in my day-to-day stuff. So what is it that you want to do? What is it, the direction that you want to go? And I want you to focus on that for this month. So Tara, if it's not writing letters, get that onto someone else's plate. We don't want to
I
write.
have. Now that I have written them for 5 hours, they are now passed along. Please, please make templates. Please use all my stuff going out, and never, ever ask me to do that again. Can I say this though, Nancy? It's not so much that I actually like writing. I like putting together a nice form with, flowing words that are my words. So, I mean, obviously it has to come from me. So I like doing that. I do not like doing it for 5 hours straight. That, I think, is what my biggest problem was, is that I was starting to like shrink into like this tiny little, like I was going to the fetal position. And yeah, it's
Perspective. It's all about perspective, dear Scorpio, for this month.
Okay, lovely Sagittarians. We just want you to know that the owl loves you. So owl for me always represents wisdom and knowledge, and seeing in the dark. So seeing through all the stuff that gets put in front of us. And this card here is observation, truth, and discernment. This is a power card. This, for you, Sagittarius, is talking about really seeing what's going on in front of you. So veils, curtains, drapes, whatever you want to call them, that are blocking you from seeing what the next step is, need to be removed. They are asking you to trust your process, right? Take a good look at what each situation, let's call each curtain or each drape a situation. And if there's many of them, then you got to address each one of them. You've got to address each one of them. You can't just rip everything apart and be like, no, I'm clear, I'm free as an owl. You can't do that. What you have to do is you have to assess, then you validate, then you shift and adjust accordingly. And that's when that drape or curtain or veil gets removed, and you're like, oh, okay, that's the light I was looking for. That's the light I want to see. And the blessing in all of that is you're doing that work on a consistent basis. So again, we talked about resolutions. Nancy and I agree that resolutions should be not even a word in our vocabulary, because we're always manifesting. We're Manny Jennies. So this is what we do, manifesting generators, whatever you want to call us. This is what we do. But you should also be consistently releasing the things that don't serve you, looking at situations, being attuned to your higher self as well as your inner self. They're two different things. Your inner self is very human. Your higher self is very spiritual. And so being able to shift and change those two perspectives accordingly by removing the obstacles, removing the challenges, the veil, seeing through the dark, should be a consistent thing. So keep that in mind, Sagittarius, that February will be that month. This is the month where you are going to make some shifts and changes and see things differently. And I love that for you.
Nice. Capricorn, you guys got listen.
Mm.
And this card it says presence, openness, and clarity. But for me, what Spirit's coming in and telling me is there's a deeper sort of part to this card. You absolutely want to be fully present. I always say at my day job, one of the things that I do every day is I endeavor to actively listen. So I am fully present when my team is talking to me. I am looking in their eyes. I am listening. My phone is down. There's the obvious. But the other part of this card is, are you listening to what spirit is saying to you? Are you listening to the whispers that you're getting from the other side so that you can have clarity in your life? There's all these beautiful people for you, Capricorn, on the other side wanting to help you. You just have to ask for it and be receptive to listen, and then trust what you're hearing, because what they're going to bring in is that extra clarity. And you know what, Tara can agree with me. A lot of mediums who are clairaudient can hear like you're hearing us talk right now. But for those of you, don't mistake when you have a thought impressed in you, because that's still someone speaking. You're still hearing what they're saying to you. It's not necessarily audibly heard. It's heard in here and it's heard in here. So I want you to focus on that this month. What are the whispers that you're hearing? What is the guidance that you're being drawn towards? Because if you can call in those spirit guides, you're going to see everything a whole lot with a whole lot more clarity for this month. And you're going to be able to be fully present and open to new opportunities as they present themselves to you, because you are listening, because you are trusting. They're not going to be shut down. So I want you to think about that, Capricorn. I'm going to leave that with you.
Don't you think about that, Capricorn? I feel like you just schooled them. Think about that, Capricorn. Come on. Okay. Aquarius, I have divine union, intimacy, alchemy, and unity. This is a great card. So this is a great card. I should show it a little closer. This is a great card because there's nothing I like better than when everyone comes together, right? This tells me for you, Aquarius, that it's not just about everything coming together. It's about specifics. It's about the right stuff. It's about the stuff that's meant to be, that's been waiting for you to find them, or vice versa, whether that's a person, a thing, a thought, it doesn't matter. It is legitimately meant to happen. And you should be open to all of that. And even if it doesn't always feel in the immediate moment like, wow, I love this, it's okay. Take a breath. Don't dismiss everything quickly. Take a moment, because there have been some of the most eye-opening aha moments in my life when I took away my human reaction to it and sat in my power with it. And it changed everything. So you are looking for all the right stuff, but you don't have to look so hard, because it's just going to find you. Boom.
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
All right. Beautiful Pisces, last but not least. We got a theme here. We got some macaws.
Oh my goodness. Okay, never mind. Carry on.
Macaws are coming forward with visibility, uniqueness, and ascension. Macaws are an incredible spirit animal to work with. And so what they're coming in right now for you, Pisces, for this month is, it's okay to be seen. And if you feel it's not okay to be seen, I want you to kind of lean into that and think about why. Why don't I want to be seen? Why is it that I'm not okay to be unique? With macaws, they come with their beautiful colors so that you want to see a macaw. You want to see a macaw flying. It's one of the most incredible things you'll ever see. I can honestly attest to this. And this is about spreading your wings and being authentically, beautifully, perfectly you, and not being afraid to show your true colors to everyone in your world around you. And what that's going to do, and I always call it leveling up, but they call it on this card ascension, it's going to help you evolve and change and grow and move to the next step of exactly where you're supposed to be. And, you know, I love the old phrase of birds of a feather flock together. And this card is what Spirit is bringing forward right now and saying, you know what, find people who are like you. Are they quirky? Are they fun? Are they weird? As long as you celebrate each other and lift each other up and speak that truth, right? Embrace who you are in that uniqueness. You're going to have an incredible month. So I'm going to leave that with you, Pisces.
Oh, I love that. Well, that brings us to a close, Ms. Nancy. Couple things I want to mention. Nancy and I have our podcast out. If you haven't had a chance, it's been out since January 15th. If you haven't had a chance to go check it out, please do so. You can also watch us on YouTube, both our channels. I know our beautiful assistant, Vanessa, will always have all the info for you, but come and check us out. Spirits, angels, and guides. Oh my. And it's so much fun. Like I probably have more fun doing that, and just because I love to talk. I love to talk, and Nancy lets me talk, and I let Nancy talk. I let her get a word in edgewise, and it's just a fun. That's what I want to make sure everyone knows. This is fun. It's educational. If you're looking for some spiritual, we always have an exercise we throw in there. We have lots of stuff in there. There is lots of really cool stuff coming up in Nancy and I's spiritual lives. So we have, if you're looking to do some really cool work with the elementals and the spirit animals, come check out our websites. If you're looking to go to Sedona on a very, very, very select few people, but powerful trip, check out our websites. Oh, no, you cannot check out our websites. Contact me.
You can
And that's right. You can message Nancy or I, either one of us. And again, contacts downstairs. Downstairs. The contacts are downstairs.
They're downstairs. That's
Yeah,
what we're gonna
apparently the comments are downstairs and we're upstairs. And anyway, come and join us. Come and see the work that we do. You know, we run so many things together. We run things separately. And yeah, just come and join us. There's some really good things that we put out there for you guys, and we want to be a part of your world. So join us. Nancy, you're the
And
best.
in addition to that, I'd love to invite everybody to the group. We have a Facebook group
That I
there's
never
a
remember about anymore.
there's a ton of practitioners in there. It's called Empowering Intuitive Souls. Come and join us. It's a great, like-minded, safe community. And we look forward to talking with you again for March.
I love that. And you know what? Empowering intuitive souls is a safe and sacred space. And really, if you're not on Facebook, get on Facebook and don't add anyone, just add us. And then you can come into the group and then you can participate with us. Because I know sometimes people are like, oh, I don't do Facebook. And I'm like, just add one person and you're in. Okay, Booze. Well, I'll see you later. Take care. Nancy, I'll talk to you soon.
Bye, everyone.